Let's get to our chart of the day. Our chart of the day today, well, it's Palantir. I actually did mention that. Surging to a new record high on strong earnings, but just the AI theme, I should say. Let's bring in the investment committee member, Bryn Talkington. She owns this one, Bryn. I'm looking at the chart right here. Post earnings up over 22%.
Yeah, it's really just amazing. You know, in 2024, investors who were listening to the earnings call woke up that Palantir has always been, but now with the commercial business growing, a pure play AI enterprise software company. And I think that you're seeing that today with the stock up 22%. The stock is still very under-owned, and I think that's one of the reasons the stock is up so much, is people just did not really pay attention to what this company is doing. Their commercial business grew 64% year over year, 20% quarter over quarter. And I think when you have a company that's under-owned, it's in the square, perfect spot of AI, and they have zero competition, or no competition that I know of. I think that's why you're seeing this huge reaction on the upside.
So, Brent, I mean, you're talking about a huge reaction. How about the huge valuation as well? You concerned about this valuation? Stock trades at about 200 times forward earnings. And then is there any other, I guess we can call it Doge risk in this name?
Yeah, I mean, Doge risk? No, I think there's like Doge reward. Because when you have the governments having the inefficiency of how we do cost plus, the DoD with Raytheon and Lockheed, I think that ends. And you have a company like Palantir that already has all of the moat around government projects. That's just going to continue to amplify. I think around the valuations, I mean, the viewers will know if they remember January 2nd or 3rd, I sold over half my position in the 70s because I bought it at 25. And so it's like, that's an amazing return. And so I do think the valuation is really high. I think investors, if you don't own it, you are in this tough spot because this is a darling. It is expensive, but don't look at PE. This is like not a stock. You look at PE, you look at their margins, you look at their growth, you look at where they are, and take opportunities to build a position because it will have some weakness over time.
So, Josh, I just heard you chiming in there. By the way, stock's up over 500% over the last year. Josh, you were about to say something about the stock and the company when I said, is there any Doge risk? Just asking, basically, because big part of their business, of course, is tied to the government.
I want to congratulate Bryn. This has just been an incredible trade or investment for her. But it's worth pointing out, as recently as last fall, this was one of the most heavily shorted stocks, not just in dollar terms, but just in terms of like how widespread the short thesis on the company had been. And obviously, Trump taking office changed that narrative. So probably some of the short squeeze had happened prior to today. But I can't help but think there's got to be, maybe on the option side, there had to have been a lot of money betting against the name when they report admittedly great quarter, but get this outsized of a move. So there's probably some element there as well of the end of the short squeeze that, let's say, maybe started 6 months ago. But this was the best performer last year in the S&P. It's the best performer again this year, thanks to today. And I can't believe I don't own it. I actually actively hate myself.
Josh, to your point, stock crossed $100 for the first time today off of this earnings move. Brian Belsky, very quiet on this one. You actually own this company.
Well, there's something about being humble. Sometimes we get it right. And we bought this company in May of last year, and then we doubled our position before the election. And here's why. As we looked at 2025, we said, you know what, the Mag 7, we want to be more neutral, and we want to be overweight on the barbell, names like Palantir, Oracle, that type of thing. And the trade has turned out. Why? Because I think of the broadening out, number one. Number two, the broad ownership of the Mag 7. But more importantly, with respect to Palantir, when you talk about exceptionalism of fundamentals, exceptionalism of the product, that's what it does. And that's from a stock picking perspective, that's how that company is able to be far and above the others in that space. Yeah, we know all these trading aberrations. We know all of this short squeeze stuff. We know all about this momentum thing. But period, it's a great company with a great product with an amazing leader. And that's the kind of name you want to own.
All right. Again, Palantir shares up about almost 23% right now. Brian, take a bow.